back to a new video. So today I'm going to be doing a what's in my college bag video. If you don't know, I'm going to college for the first time in exactly 1 week actually when I'm filming this. I think when you see this though, I'll have been at college for 2 days already. So I don't know how it's gone yet, but hopefully it'll have gone well. For any of you who aren't in the UK, college is like the last 2 years of high school in most of the places. So I'm 16 years old and I'll be there until, well, I'll be there until like 19 actually because of when my birthday is, but it's 2 years basically. Yes, so I'm going to college to study photography and I'm incredibly excited about it. I don't start until the 16th of September though, which is actually quite late compared to everyone else. Most people have already gone back. So yeah, I start really late compared to everyone, but I'm really excited about it. And so I wanted to sort of make this video. I've also written a blog post about it to tell you what I'm bringing as like a first time college student. Because previously I've, been in a school and schools are very, very different to colleges. In a college you very much, like, you're in charge of your own learning basically. And it's basically kind of like a university but just at a slightly lower level. So, I have a lot of freedom there, whereas in school it's all very, no phones, you have to wear your uniform, like you have your textbooks and everything. Whereas it's not going to be like that in college. The college is going to be very different. And I'm really excited, but I am also quite nervous, and so I like to make lists so that I make sure I don't forget anything. And so I thought, I'll turn it into a blog post and a video as well, in case anyone's interested, and also because it might help anyone else who's going to college for the first time or just returning to college. So with that in mind, let's just get into the video. So I'm actually planning on bringing 2 bags to college, which seems a bit excessive. But because I'm a photography student, I obviously have to bring my camera and stuff with me as well, which I can't show you because I'm filming on it right now, but I have a Fujifilm X Pro 2, in case you were wondering. I love it very much. I may also bring my tripod sometimes, but I don't know how much I'll need that yet. I haven't decided whether or not I'm going to bring my tripod on the first day. I don't think I will, purely because I think it's a tiny bit excessive. But we'll see how much I'm going to need it, and if I am going to need a tripod semi-regularly, I probably will bring it most of the time. Most of the college's cameras are either Canon or Nikon, which means that because I have a Fujifilm, my camera won't be compatible with a lot of their stuff, so I kind of have to bring my own, which works out well because I don't like sharing at all. I like my own things. So yeah, the first bag I'm going to talk about is this one, which is my Cancun rucksack. I'm sure you all know what they are. I do have one of the laptop bags, so I have a laptop pocket here, which obviously, as you would expect, has my laptop in. Oh, this way. So yeah, this is my beautiful laptop with all of my beautiful stickers, and I love it very much. And I'm bringing this with me because, as I just said, I don't like sharing. And it's also just, it's so much easier to have my own computer with me, whereas if I use their computers, I'd have to keep like moving files between their system and my system, so it's just easier to bring my system with me. So I'm just going to sort of start pulling things out of the bag and talking through them. I have filmed some B-roll clips, so I'll insert them over the top whenever it's sort of fitting. So the first thing I have in here is just my headphones. My actual headphones. I don't know how often I'll bring these. I think I will bring them on the first day, because I find that, like, I will have earphones as well, which I'll show you in a minute, but sometimes if I really want to block the noise out, my earphones aren't enough, so I need like proper headphones. So I don't know how noisy it's going to be there and everything, so I'm going to bring them just in case, and then I'll assess after like the first week whether or not I actually need them. Next thing is just my portable charger for my phone. That's quite self-explanatory. I don't want my phone to die, so I'm gonna bring this with me. On the topic of chargers, I also have a laptop charger, so my laptop doesn't die, because it does do that quite a lot, especially if I'm using Photoshop, which I will be quite a lot. So bring my laptop charger. I also have a water bottle. This is my favourite water bottle I own, apart from maybe my Slytherin one, but this one is much more aesthetic. So while I love my Slytherin one, this one matches my aesthetic much more. I also have a lunchbox, which is my favourite colour, grey. So yeah, I'll just open it very quickly, but it's going to be quite self-explanatory. Like, I'm not going to bring like sandwiches or anything. I'm not really like a packed lunch kind of person, but at the same time I'm also not a sit in the canteen kind of person. So I mostly just snack during the day, and then I have my main meals at sort of like breakfast and dinner, which is a bit weird, but So the first thing I have is just these strawberry cream drops from Marks and Spencer's. I really like them. They're basically just like sweets you suck on. And then the two most common snacks I always have are Graze bars and like these, I think they're like low calorie brownies basically, but I just like them because they come individually wrapped, so that's useful for just like chucking in a lunchbox. So yeah, this is like probably the only two things I'll ever eat throughout the day. And if I want something more, I'll go to Starbucks and I'll get like a toasty or something. So yeah, I've got those. And then I'll probably use this box as more of like a storage box as well. So I've got my keys in here because otherwise I find they get trapped at the bottom of my bag. And because I have some chunky key rings like good old Gandalf here, it can often, like, it's a bit of a pain when trying to put other stuff back in my bag because like they'll get stuck under books, nothing will sit flat. So if I put them in here, that won't be a problem. I'm going to keep my purse in here, which has my Starbucks card and like some cash in order to buy food. So even though it's not food directly, kind of makes sense to put it in the lunchbox, you know, because it's the way to get food. So I'm going to keep it in here. Also, then no one's going to nick it because it's in a purse, in a box, in a bag. So pretty fail safe there. The final two things I have in my rucksack are just a notebook. This notebook will change throughout the year as I fill them up. But I'm not sure what kind of notes I'm going to need to make at this college, because obviously I've never been to college before, I've only been to school, and they obviously supply books and stuff for you. So I'm just going to bring, it's like a project notebook, so you can like split things up with these tab things. Yeah, we all know what they are. So yeah, this will just be to make notes in. And this one will be like semi-pretty, but like not loads pretty, you know? That'll make more sense when I explain my other notebooks, which are in my other bag a little bit later. I'm also going to store my reading book in this bag because I'm thinking my rucksack is more going to be sort of like technology and more like personal things, so like water bottle, tissues, painkillers, lunch, reading book, that sort of thing. And then my other bag, which I'll show you in a minute, is more going to be like keep all the work and everything, my camera, all of that stuff in it. So yeah, this is the book I'm reading at the moment. This is Caraval by Stephanie Garber. I actually think I might have finished it by next week when I go to college, so I'll be on to the second one. But yeah, there'll always be a reading book in my bag because I love reading and I don't get anywhere without a book. Also, do you like my cute bookmark? I love it. Okay, so this is my second bag, which is just like, it's like a big black tote bag. I got it from Primark like last week. It might have been the week before actually. It was the same day I did college enrollment, which if you've watched my vlogs, I'll leave a link to them in the cards, then you'll have seen that. I always used to carry a tote bag to school, and I kept like my folders in there and everything because they never fit in my school bag, because my school bag was just like a normal rucksack. And like it wasn't, because they were like rounded at the top, you know, they didn't fit like A4 things in them. So that's what I used to use them for. But what I really needed this for was because this camera is quite big, and if I put it in my Kanken, I can't fit anything else in there because it needs to go on the bottom to lie flat, but obviously I can't put anything on top of it. So I needed another bag to carry my camera and also my folder, which I'll show you in a minute. So yeah, I got this. We literally just walked into Primark and I was like, I know, I need like a tote bag, but I need one with like a bottom bit, you know, rather than just like two pieces of fabric sewn together, because I have plenty of those, but I need the bigger one. And it was literally the first one we saw, so that was great. And it was only £10, which is like bargain. So the first thing I'm seeing in this bag is another bag. Isn't that just your favourite thing? This is actually something I kind of made myself. The fabric itself was part of a bedding set. I got new bedding a few weeks ago and it came like folded in just a square bag. And so I just kept it, and then I added the ribbon, the drawstring ribbon myself. This is where I'm going to keep all of like my little knickknacks. So the first thing I'm seeing is actually very fitting because my camera battery's dying, and that is a spare camera battery. So I'm going to use this momentarily so that my camera doesn't die. So yeah, I've got my camera battery. I also have spare memory cards, which is like not that exciting but necessary. I've got the cable that I use to transfer photos from my camera to my laptop, which is also not exciting but necessary. I've got good old hard drive. I've got a lip balm. I also have a memory stick, a memory card reader. I don't think I'll use this very much, but I'm gonna have it anyway. And then hair bubbles and a scrunchie, because you can't leave the house without them. So that all just goes in here. And then it's a lovely little drawstring bag that I made myself, and that can be folded up and sat in any of the bags really. So it's just easier than having things loose or like trying to tuck things into the right pockets of bags. So yeah, I've got my bag in a bag. Okay, so as I mentioned, the main thing I'm going to be using my tote bag for is to store my camera, which really doesn't fit in my Kanken. I've actually ordered a makeup bag. You know, like the... God, I don't know how to describe them. I don't do makeup at all, can you tell? You know, like the sort of rectangle ones with the unzipped lid and like the handle on top? I'll insert a picture here of the camera bag I'm talking about. But camera bag, it's a makeup bag, but I'm gonna use it as a camera bag because a lot of camera bags are really ugly and there's just no getting around it. Because the sad fact is that photography is a very male dominated field, and most of them don't care about fashion, and so most of them don't fit me because they're just not designed for me. I'm too small, and I'm like, you know, men's shoulders are like wider generally, and so they just don't fit me, and also my boobs get in the way, and so it just doesn't work. But also they're just really ugly, and I just can't be having that because I like the aesthetic. So I've got myself an aesthetic makeup bag to use as a camera bag. That is actually coming today, so I will insert a picture of it. But yeah, so this camera will be in that bag, in this bag. There's lots of like bags in bags. I like everything to be separated, you know, easy access. I don't like to be fumbling for things. So but the other thing I'm mainly going to use this bag for is keeping things like folders in, because these are just like, they're just a tiny bit too big to put in my Kanken. Like I think like they fit like height wise, but these folders are too wide. So yeah, but honestly I'm sick to death of these kind of folders. I think for my photography course or something I must have used like at least 10. I filled at least 10 of these. So yeah, and actually one of them was like, you know, like the proper ring bound ones, like the really thick ones. Yeah, I used one of those and I filled it to bursting. I did a lot for photography. Yeah, so I'm gonna keep that in there. I don't know how much I'm gonna use it yet, but this will just be to like put like letters, paper, stuff like that. Again, I don't know how much I'll use it yet, but I'm gonna bring it anyway. I've also just got an A4 sketchbook in here. Again, I don't really know how much I'm going to use this yet because it was on the equipment list because historically they have used sketchbooks in order to like put the coursework in basically. So they'll draw and they'll like print things out and stick things in. However, like they are thinking about moving to a digital version, which I personally hate that idea. I like printing things out, I like having things in like a physical format. So even if they do decide to do that, I think I'm just going to ignore it. Because I hate digital things. Also, they use Google Drive and I cannot express to you just how much I despise Google Drive. So I won't be using Google Drive. In fact, I will avoid it at any cost. So yeah, I think I will use this sketchbook if I can get away with it. But yeah, I'm going to bring it anyway because it's a good idea to have a sketchbook on hand anyway, especially when you're doing creative subjects. Obviously this like doesn't apply if you don't do a creative subject, but yeah, I'm going to bring a sketchbook. I also just have my diary in here. It's not that interesting, but yeah, it is pretty cool, which is obviously, you know, to write important dates and stuff in. Yeah, it's just a diary. Don't have much else to say about it really, but it's a good one. I also have a raincoat, which is not at all interesting, but as I mentioned, I live in England and it rains here like a lot, so always good to have a raincoat. I also do have an umbrella in my Kanken, which I forgot to show you, but yeah, I have an umbrella. Both are completely jet black because that is my favourite colour. I've also just got a good old metal ruler. It's just a ruler. There's nothing else to say about it. And then I also have a pencil case, which I will show you in more detail with like the B-roll stuff. But yeah, basically in here I just have like, I have scissors, sharpener, ruler, like I have a little mini ruler just in case. Glue stick, rubbers, highlighters, pencils, pens, fine liners and coloured pencils, which I think might be water soluble ones, but I'm not sure, I don't really remember. But I guess we'll find out next week because I can't be bothered to test them right now. I also have just like a few little miscellaneous things that will just sort of be stuffed in like, you know, like the inner pockets of bags and things. So I've got like a tiny little notebook, which is like, here's my hand for reference. I think this is A6, and I like having these so that like, because I'm really particular about like how I write notes and stuff, and so if I don't want to like ruin my other one, or if I just need to scribble like an address or like an email address or something down really quickly, then I'll scribble it in this, grab for this, and it's so much easier. I also always carry post-it notes. Post-it notes are so useful. So yeah, always have those. Got my headphones or my earphones, whatever you want to call them. I know some people are like really picky about calling earphones and headphones by their actual name, but I just call everything headphones. They're gold, by the way. They're really good. I've had them for like 2 years or something. And also because I now have an iPhone 8, I have the adapter thing so that I can actually use my earphones instead of having to buy stupid AirPods. I will never buy AirPods. I'm not on board with this whole no headphone whole thing. And I'm certainly not on board with like, you know, like I think it's like the 10, like they don't have buttons and it's like only Face ID. I hate it. I hate it so much. Yeah, not on board. So you best believe I have an adapter. Also, who decided it was a good idea to be able to not charge and listen to music at the same time? Like, you have to be able to do that. And then the final thing is just, it's kind of miscellaneous and it's not really related to college at all, in the sense that it's not like, it's not a school supply, but it's Profanity Snap. If you watched, I don't know what it'll be for you, but for me it was last week, Weekly Notes 11, which is like my weekly vlog series, then you'll know that I got this. I got it from Typo, which is like a new shop where I live. I know you can't read it, but like honestly it's really difficult to show you how to read this, because it's like engraved kind of. Yeah, it's really hard to read. But yeah, basically it's like, it's literally just Snap, but all the cards have, as you can guess, profanities on them. So yeah, like, that's the idea, and you just play Snap with them. So I thought it would be like a good sort of icebreaker because like I'm not very good at making friends, but I really want to make friends, especially like-minded friends. And so, you know, maybe I can't make conversation, but I can go, hey, I know what's universal, because like everyone knows how to play Snap, right? So it's not a complicated game, and it's not something I'm going to have to explain, but also like it's more age specific, because it's got swearing in it. So I can be like, yes, that's what everyone loves, swearing and Snap. Yeah, I thought it would be a good icebreaker. It would get everyone laughing, you know. So yeah, I'm gonna bring that with me. I think I'm just gonna like keep it in my bag at all times. Yeah, we'll see how many friends I make with it. And that's it. That's everything that was in my 2 college bags. Obviously I will also have my camera and my phone, but I'm using those to film on right now, so I can't show you those, but like it's just a camera and a phone, so it's not that exciting. But yeah, that's everything I'm bringing to college with me so far, or at least everything I'm going to be bringing on the first day. It will probably change over the term as I sort of like get used to what I actually need, so it might decrease, it might increase, you never know. It might seem a bit excessive to other people, but I prefer to be over prepared than under prepared. And I also like to bring everything like of my own, because I don't like sharing. Like, I really don't like sharing. I'm very protective over my stuff, and I just don't like using other people's stuff. So yeah, I like to bring my own stuff, so I know I'm bringing quite a lot, and I know 2 bags might seem a bit excessive, but I think it's necessary. You know, better to have it and not need it than need it and not have it. That was always my mum's motto, and it's the one I've been raised on. So that's the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you're prepared to go back to school, college, university, work, whatever it is you do. I hope you enjoy whatever it is you do. I'm really hoping I'm going to enjoy college and that will be a whole lot better than school, because I really hated school. But yeah, thank you for watching. Give it a like if you did. Subscribe for more. I do weekly vlogs, so you know, as of next week I'll be vlogging going to college. So if you want to see that, then you can subscribe for more. Comment down below, tell me like are you going back to college, tell me what you're studying and stuff, because I'd love to know, I'd love to chat, and that's it. I'll see you in the next video.